Hello everyone and welcome to Tipsy, where we actually provide you with top tips, tricks and strategies that you can actually use to improve upon your chances of winning when it concerns soccer predictions by up to 100%. So if you're new to this channel, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and also enable the notification bell icon so as to be the very first to receive new post notifications and updates whenever we create a new video. So in our today's episode, we are actually going to be sharing with you the number one top home or away win match predictions strategy that you can actually implement to come out with the best home win predictions or away win predictions when it comes to soccer match prediction. And of course, we are actually going to be using a particular app to actually carry out the method or strategy which you also need to apply same method to come out with the best picks. So the first step you actually want to take is to navigate your Play Store. As you can see here, just make sure to click on it and you are going to be taken to your Play Store. In the search of your Play Store, just make sure to type FootMob as you can see here and click on search, and you're actually going to be taken to the app. It actually looks like this from the inside. You can see this is how it actually looks like from the inside. And once as you have successfully installed this app onto your mobile device, just make sure to click on open as you can see here, and you're actually going to be taken to the dashboard of the app. By default, once as you are taken on the dashboard, you are going to see today based on date, tomorrow, and the dates actually displayed at the top navigation menu of the app. And of course, you can as well make use of the menus as you can actually see it here. Once as you are here, as you can see here from the menu, what you actually want to do is to choose a particular date that you actually want to predict matches on that day and see how you can actually implement the strategy which we are about to show you now. But first, before we actually go into this strategy, I will first of all want to point out some errors that you can actually make. The first error that you need to avoid is to make sure that this strategy works best only when it comes to teams like of a particular category. Like let's say like not in things like in the cup, because in things like cup there are mixed teams that are actually participating, and it is actually very difficult to actually find the form of this team, the home and away performances based on the table, because on cup teams of equal or different strengths actually meet, and you can see a very weak team trying to perform so greatly, and it might actually not end as it is. So please always make sure to only use a particular club, or you can see like example in the England Premier League as you can see here, or in the Serie A, or just make sure to use only this kind of leagues like in the leagues itself. Do not go for cups as you can see it as an example here, like in the Spain Cup, and example in the China, this is actually the China Cup. Do not apply this strategy for any cup. Just only go directly on matches based on the league itself, like in the England Premier League, in the Italy Serie A, and other leagues as you will find them in this tutorial. And of course, once you choose a particular day that you actually want to predict, what you want to do is actually to make sure that you can, as an example here from the England Premier League, I will start with England Premier League. When you see the first match, like as an example in the England Premier League, the match between Southampton playing versus Nottingham Forest, what you want to do is to click directly on that match, and the first step that you want to take after clicking on the match is to locate this area that says H2H and click directly on it. Once you click on it, what you want to do, we have 3 tips that we actually want to apply here. The first tip is to make sure that based on this line of previous match, or you can see the percentages of these matches, it should be that the favorite team must have a win percentage of above 60%. And secondly, what you need to know is to make sure that the goals per match of the favorite team must be greater than 1.6, and the conceded goals for the favorite team must be lesser than 1, and that of the non-favorite team, the offense or the concede or the goals per match must not be greater than 1.6, and the conceded goals per match must be greater than 1.20. I'll repeat again because, of course, this particular point is very important when it comes to picking the best home or away win match prediction. And we are also going to apply this same strategy with other similar matches where we'll come out with the best picks, as I will explain in this tutorial. Of course, I've again said, when you actually want to pick which teams are actually the best for home or away win, there are 3 things you have to take into consideration. We have 3 tips to apply. The first is actually to make sure that the win percentage of the favorite team must be greater than 60%. In this case, Southampton actually, which is here, has a win percentage of 100%. It has already passed the first test. So the second test now is to check if the favorite team, which is the home team, has a goal score rate of greater than 1.6. You can see goal per match, it is instead lesser than 1.6. Instead, in this case, the favorite team, which has a win percentage of 100%, as you can see here, after it has come to the second test, it has not passed the second test, which the goals per match must be greater than 1.6. In this case, it is instead 0.8, which is lesser than 1.6. So in this case, we are going to avoid this kind of match because it's not going to end well. Since we have 3 tips to apply here. First tips, the favorite team must be greater than 60% in its wins. Second tip, the goals per match must be greater than 1.6. And the third tip, that's the goal per match for the favorite must be greater than 1.6. And the third, the goal concede per match for the favorite must be less than 1. And that of the opponent, which is the known favorite, the goals per match must be lesser than 1. That's the goals per match must be less than 1, and the goals conceded must be greater than 1.20. So we are actually going to introduce that strategy in the next match. For this, the second test has not been passed because the goals per match here is actually 0.88, which is already lesser than 1.6. So we are actually going to avoid that and we'll move to the next game. As an example, I'll try to look for any of a team which has already been played, and I have to see if that 3 test has actually been passed. As an example, I'll scroll down. This is actually a cup. I will not want to choose this because this strategy is not best for cup. So I will just pass that and try to locate a place where I will actually pick a particular match that follows all that 3 criteria. So I will scroll down and try to locate one. As an example, here in the quarter star league, it is actually a match between Al Duhal SC playing versus Al Garafa. I will click directly on it and I will try to locate head to head. So here I can see it has passed the first test. The favorite team is actually 75%, which is greater than 60. The first test has been passed. If I scroll down and try to look at the goals per match, you can see the goals per match is greater than 1.6, which has passed the second test, and the goals conceded per match for the favorite team is less than 1, which has passed the third test. And you can see that because this has actually passed all of the 3 tests, you can see the end result actually ended as the home team to win, and it actually ended as 3-0, which is actually a best prediction. This is how you can actually find the best home or away prediction. Apply this same strategy for the away team, and if the away team actually also pass the 3 tests, if the away team is the favorite, then you actually go for that. I want to apply this method again on another day, like let's say for tomorrow. I will click on tomorrow, as you can see here, and try to locate any match and see if a particular team can also pass those 3 tests. As an example, I will come in the Egypt Premier League as an example. I will click on it and try to see if the test could be passed. I will come to head, click on it directly. And now I'll see in this case, it is the away team which is the favorite because it has a win percentage of greater than 60. It has passed the first test. So I will now want to consider if the away team should go for a win by checking the second and the third test. Here in the second, it must have a goal per match of greater than 1.6. You can see it here. It has passed the second test, which means the second or the favorite team, which is actually here of above 79% has passed the first test, having a win percentage rate of 79, which is above 60. It has passed the second test by the fact that it has a goal per match of above 1.6, that is greater than 1.6, and it has passed the third test for the fact that it has goal concede of lesser than 1, which is actually 0.45. So in this case, I'll actually want to choose the away team to take the lead, or you can as well go for double chance for the away team. This is how you can use this strategy to pick out the best home or away win match predictions when it comes to soccer picks. So please make sure to implement this strategy, and trust me, you're actually going to come out with the best home or away win match predictions of any day or given date based on your picks, as we have explained in this tutorial. So thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe, and also enable the notification bell icon so as to be the very first to receive new post notifications and updates whenever we create a new video. And see you again in our next episode. Bye bye.